Today I am going to do I don't know, a comparison. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's just gonna be, I think it's gonna be more of a rant than anything else, because I am going to say the reasons why I choose to have a Chromebook instead of a bad laptop or a bad Windows laptop. So what I have here on the left side of me, I have my iMuse Stormbook 14 that I got in the summer, which cost me around $300 to $400. It's more of $400 price range, and this thing is also in a $400 price range. But however, this thing includes Windows with a licensed Windows Home. This thing uses Chrome OS, and yeah, the Chrome OS over here is now getting better, and this Samsung Chromebook Plus supports Android App Store, which is or Play Store, which is great. Saying that you can have tremendous amount of power or a lot of apps that you can use on a Chromebook if you use a Google Play Store. Yet be in mind that some of the apps are not really optimized yet enough to use it on a Chromebook on a daily basis, but a lot of them are really compatible with the Chromebook, and the things that you're going to use are really great. Also, there's a lot of extensions that you can use on a Chrome OS browser, such as Tunnel Bear extension, to use VPN on a regular basis, and you don't really need to download anything. Another great factor about having a Chromebook is the fact that you can have constant Google Drive backup. So this thing, whatever you do, it really, you can save it on your hard drive or your local drive itself, but you also can save it onto Google Drive itself every time. So that's what I do. So I don't lose any files and use Google Docs every day. So you don't lose any Word documents or PowerPoints or Excel that you do. Unlike Windows laptop, well, you have OneDrive, but you have to pay every year, so which is not that ideal. Well, over here you have a Windows laptop that is decent. It's around $300 to $400 price range. It has a gray screen. It has an IPS screen, but still the keyboard sucks. It uses an Atom CPU, which sucks. The trackpad sucks. Only the screen is a good, not a good, but adequate thing. The chassis is really flexible, and the battery is terrible, and the build quality itself is terrible. The connectivity, the ports are decent. It has a USB port, HDMI, power output. We have another USB, a micro SD card slot, and what is it? A headphone jack. But that's what you that's the only thing that I think this laptop wins over this, because over here you only get an audio jack and two USB ports on either side, and you get a pen. Yes, you get a pen in this one. Like I said, it's better, I think, to have less ports connected than having a crappy CPU, and almost bad at everything. The screen itself, the Samsung, Samsung, they make great screens. And they uses an ARM processor, so it is good for almost anything that you do, light work stuff, yeah, and everything else. So these are good for anything that you do, and this is also good for anything for creativity or content watching, and this is also good for content watching. But I really think that this thing right over here, Chromebook, is a much better option for anyone who is using a laptop, really, who's searching for a laptop that is cheap, just because they're looking in to web browse, to watch YouTube videos, and to check emails. If those three are the three things that you really constantly do, then I really would go for this Samsung Chromebook or any Chromebook that is around the $300 to $400 price range. I won't really go to 600, 700, or even up to 1,000. But yeah, I would really go for a Chromebook that is around $300 to $400, because it will give you great specs, not a great but decent specs. You will get a good screen, you will get a good keyboard, you would get a great build quality. Those four things I guarantee in a $300 to $400 Chromebook, because Chromebook, the OS itself is light, so you don't need a hefty CPU. You can have a same Atom CPU over here on the Chromebook, and you will have much faster speed. You will have much faster internet connection than what you have in a Windows laptop. So Do not buy a cheap, crappy Windows laptop. Buy a Chromebook instead if you're short on money. But if you really, really need a Windows laptop, then save up some money and go up to around $800 to $900 price range to get a decent CPU with a decent build quality, with a decent ports selection and a decent screen and a decent keyboard and a decent trackpad. You wouldn't want to get like a $300 Windows laptop, because what I tell you, that 300 price range will not get you anything. This thing right over here that I have was my first Windows laptop. It was a hybrid, and this is a Chewy keybook, and this thing was dead. It died because I tried to erase something. It died on me. The motherboard fried. It wouldn't turn on anything, so it's a waste of $300. I bought this guy again, and it was another waste of $300 on my part. So, yes, do not buy a $300 to a $400 Windows laptop. Buy a Chromebook instead. Because Chromebook in 2018, I think it will make much more sense than a Chromebook back in 2015 or 2016 even. Or even 2012. I think now Chromebooks are really showing its potential to become a real deal in computer software even. Because it is hard to believe that nowadays it's more of a cloud-based society than ever before. You don't bring a USB these days, you just save it in a cloud. And I think that's more what the Chromebooks are going for, and it's more convenient that way. If you have free Google Drive, 15 gigs of space, really, you can buy more space even, and you have almost everything: Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. Yeah, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint for free. That saves on Google Drive, where you can access it anywhere around the world if you just have internet connection, and that is what I think the Chromebooks shines. And that thing alone will overshine anything that a Windows laptop can do. That is why I don't use Windows Words or Microsoft Word or anything. I use Google Docs even on my desktop, because that's what I do, and that is far better than just having it. $400, $300, just $100 price difference. Better screen, better spec, better build quality, better everything than this Windows $300 laptop. So, you become a judge and you decide if $100 is that big of a money to use a laptop that you were going to throw away a minute you use it, or to grab a laptop or get a laptop from a reputable brand, Samsung, and then have it for at least 3 years. Thank you today, guys, for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys next time. If you love this kind of video, just subscribe. If you like this video, just like the video, and see you next time.